love cities. More trees, less people, is what she always says. But as every mother knows, when your teenage son offers to put down his phone and leave his room so he can hang out with his mom, you always agree, even if he requests to go too. As the wind whipped through my hair and the water splashed against the boat, and I looked at the lights on the Statue of Liberty, I thought, maybe a city might not be that bad. I could at least give it a chance. Due to our itinerary, I knew the easiest way for us to get around was going to be to use the subway, but I was also really scared of the subway. I did a lot of research beforehand, watched some YouTube videos, and looked at Street View on Google Earth, and that was really helpful. Plus, the subway led to some entertainment. I got to see a guy walk between the cars, come back zipping up his pants, and I can only guess what he was doing there. And saw some people passed out while their beers rolled around in the subway cars. Walking through Central Park, we walked into this area and I could not believe it. These guys were amazing. They were singing all these oldies hits that I grew up listening to with my parents, and the acoustics were amazing. Their singing was amazing. It was just, I could have stayed there all day and listened to them. And while we were listening, somehow I totally missed that behind these guys, there was a wedding going on. A wedding! There was people getting married, and these people were singing. And we just walked in, out of the park, and there they were, singing and weddings, and only in New York.
Don't stop, turn it up. 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 Don't stop, turn it up.
As we walked over towards the World Trade Center, we spotted this crazy looking building called the Oculus. And the whole thing is pretty much an underground world. The part that sticks up above the ground is just part of the roof, and then as soon as you go in, you immediately go downstairs. Inside was a shopping center and a subway station, and then there was a wing that we didn't go down, so I'm not sure what was there. But it was just very eye-opening to me to think about how much of New York City is underground and that you don't see just walking around the streets. It's like a city beneath a city. I can't think about New York City without thinking about the event that took place there on September 11th, 2001. We walked around the plaza and looked at the reflecting pools where the buildings once stood. These are truly reflecting pools as they take up the space that was once these two large buildings. The water flows into the footprint of where the buildings were. It was oddly quiet in this area as everyone reflected on what happened that day. We got tickets for the 9/11 Memorial and Museum ahead of time. Like many of the people I saw inside, I cried a lot while walking through. The design of the memorial and museum is very impactful. It is built underneath the reflecting pools in what used to be the lower levels of the North and South Tower. You can still see some of the structure of the towers, the steel and the concrete that used to support them. It's not lost on anyone that you're standing in the exact place where these buildings fell, killing so many people and changing our way of life forever. In all of New York, I know one person. We hung out a bit, and one of the things that we ended up doing was going to the Met. While exploring the museum, my son asked how the two of us even knew each other, and it was kind of hard to explain. See, I met this girl on the internet. She had a coworker that knew how to play guitar, yada yada, and here we are in New York City at the Met together. We had about an hour to kill before we needed to go catch our plane, so we walked down to Battery Park to see the Castle Clinton National Monument. The views from Battery Park included a few of the sights that we got to see earlier on our trip. And by the time we finished walking through Battery Park, there was only one conclusion that I could make, and that was, I love New York!